What's going on, everybody? GemMint here, and today we're going to react to the Fantastic Four First Steps trailer. Now, this isn't going to be my first time watching it. Somebody sent it to me this morning. I didn't even hesitate. I clicked it and I watched it, but the trailer is what gave me the idea for this video. So we're going to react to it first, then we're going to break it down, and I'm going to give you my theory as to what I think they're going to do with the Fantastic Four and how it leads into Avengers Doomsday and then eventually Secret Wars. So with that out the way, let's pull up the trailer. All right, we're opening up to that 60s retro disco.
We make a point to do family dinner every week.
The Baxter Building.
Sunday at 7 on the dot, no matter what.
The aesthetics is
We're
dope.
all here.
Reed and Sue. Look at the Baxter Building. Herbie.
Yeah, I'll be the judge of that.
Bro. Thing looks great. This is the thing that you need.
Okay. Is this
I wore my blue
right,
hoodie
good
just
or
for
what?
this.
I want to add a couple cloves of garlic. Not because it's not delicious.
I don't love
just
the
wanna add a
Thing's
little bit of
voice.
zip, okay?
I like the thing from the original Fox. He had a good voice.
Before we went up the first
So here's the launch going into space. This is how they get their powers.
Ben wasn't a rock.
The best pilot in the world right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're showing us before they got the powers, and then all of them with their powers. Human Torch with the flight and catching fire. Ben Grimm is Rock.
Johnny is Johnny.
Hi.
And I am right
Sue
here.
Storm with her invisibility
Whatever
shields
life
and
throws
turn
at us.
invisible.
We'll face it together.
New York City, the Chrysler Building we see. Look at the Fantastic Car. Not yet flying. Oh, I didn't notice that. Bro.
It's a family.
Fantastic Four. First steps. All right, y'all. The trailer was great. The trailer was amazing. It really feels to me like the Fox Fantastic Four movies, but with a good Galactus. So let's address the elephant in the room really quick. So Galactus, well, first of all, who is this? I didn't notice this dude in the beginning. Who is that? That I'm not sure of. But here we go, our first glimpse of Galactus. Well, first we get the shadow over New York City, over Manhattan. And then we get like a smaller version of Galactus, like the version of Galactus that you see in the original Fantastic Four run in the 60s. He's not bigger than a planet. Somehow he's able to fit on Earth. Looks to be, he's pretty big, but he's not planet devouring at this point. But let's go ahead and break it down from the beginning. Like I said, you open up, you have this Art Deco, 60s vibe, retro vibe. It looks great. The sunken living room, can't beat that. I think everything looks great. The aesthetics looks great. The Fantastic Four, Reed, Sue, I'm on board with all of them. Even the retro marble design. But look at the Baxter Building. Actually, is it me or does the Baxter Building looks almost what would become the Avengers Tower? Look at Thing. So I can't even tell. I don't know how much is CGI and how much is live action because we saw the set footage. It looks like he might be wearing some type of headdress and they CGI'd it. I don't know. It looks great. It looks like everything you wanted from the original Fantastic Four, but with CGI, they probably make it look a little bit more realistic. Thing tasting Herbie's seasonless stew or whatever he was making. The Thing looks great. I mean, such a better version than what we got with Fantastic Four, Fan Four, or whatever that Fantastic Four movies that we don't talk about. So you got Herbie in it. That's a bonus that we didn't get from the original stuff. Here's the launch, the origin story. Ben Grimm wearing the trench coat on Yancey Street. So the trailer gives us the origin story. It explains all their powers. And right away, it lets us know we're not going to do you dirty with Galactus and make him a big cloud. Again, who the hell is this guy, man? But they give us the true Galactus and then the Fantastic Four at the end. So here is my theory on what they're going to do here. Because the whole time I'm watching this, I'm like, yeah, this looks great. This looks like the Fox Fantastic Four. That's what us as comic fans want. But the big problem to me is how do you make everybody care? How do you make this important? How do you make normies want to come see this movie? And how do you tie it into what they're going to be doing with Doomsday and Secret Wars? So then I started to think as I'm watching this, I'm like, yo, this is taking place in the 60s. There's no mention of this in the MCU main timeline. In the Avengers movies and Iron Man, they never referenced the Galactus threat. They never referenced the Fantastic Four or the Baxter Building. And then I started to think about, okay, we got Galactus. That means there has to be a Silver Surfer. And then they cast the chick from Ozark to play Shala Bal, who will be the Silver Surfer. So then I'm thinking, you know what? There's no way that this movie takes place in the main 616 or whatever they call the MCU main timeline. There's no way it takes place in the main timeline. And then I'm thinking about how do they get Doctor Doom introduced and how do they explain that Doctor Doom is Tony Stark or looks a lot like Tony Stark. So what I'm thinking is this is a multiverse. This is a different universe. And I think what's going to happen in this movie is that we're going to get introduced to Victor Von Doom, Doctor Doom. I don't know if it is Tony Stark or it was the baby was switched at birth or he went down a different path or if it's just Victor Von Doom that looks like Tony. But I think Doctor Doom in this movie is going to help the Fantastic Four defeat the Galactus threat, and somehow it's going to lead into the discovery of multiverses. And maybe that's what turns Victor Von Doom bad. Maybe he's good, but it's just such a mind-blowing notion that there's, infinite amounts of universes. Then he wants to go explore them all, which leads into Doomsday. Because if you remember, Secret Wars, the whole point of Secret Wars, especially the Hickman run, was to take the Ultimate Universe, the Marvel 616, combine them together. So we're going to have multiple timelines merged into a battle world, and you're going to have the Ultimate Universe, the regular universe, all these other funky ones, Planet Hulk, Logan. They're probably able to do a lot more now than they would have been in the past because now you have the X-Men. We saw with Wolverine and Deadpool the kind of stuff that they can do. So I think that's what's going to happen. I think we're going to see Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom. It's going to lead into Doomsday. Maybe he goes crazy. Maybe that's where all the incursions start to happen because of his tinkering or what have you. But that's my theory on this. This doesn't take place in this universe. Doctor Doom, I'm thinking will get introduced and help defeat Galactus, leading into his whole movie and then leading into Secret Wars where it all comes to a big culmination at the end. So let me know what you guys thought about the trailer. Let me know what you thought about my theory in the comments down below. Thanks for watching and stay minty fresh. Peace.
This video is brought to you by Paraz Entertainment. MegaCon is right around the corner, February 6th, and we have a Dream Killers 1 drop featuring an absolute Batman 1 homage. There's 5 different trims on this. They're going to be dropped live on Whatnot during the convention. Make sure to follow That Spider-Man booth on Whatnot and bookmark their upcoming shows.